What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, we're checking out a title called The Wind and the Wilting Blossom. This is a tactical strategy FTL style game set in ancient Japan and using the art style of the time. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually fairly excited about checking this out because it's not something that gets done very often. We very rarely get like Japanese-inspired versions of roguelikes or strategy games or anything else. It like never happens. And frankly, I'm like starving for more like Ronin samurai stuff. Or just like slice of life stuff set in the period. It doesn't even have to do with the samurai or the elites or whatever else. I just want more stuff set in old like Edo period Japan or whatever. It would just be awesome to have more of that. And so anyways, I've been kind of excited about checking this out today. Let's go ahead and start off. We've got ourselves a character. We have Oya Taro Mitsukuni. He was dispatched by Emperor Suzaku to put down the remnants of Taira no Masakado's failed rebellion. He is depicted alongside a companion in the famous ukiyo-e print. Ukiyo-e print, I don't know, I'm going to butcher all these words, I'm sorry. By Utagawa Kaneyoshi. Aren't those like the wood carvings or whatever? The samurai woodcuts or whatever it is? Takayasha the Witch and the Skeleton Spectre in 1844. Nice, dude. Well, let's give it a go. Apparently, we start out with a katana, which allows us to damage an enemy closer up. It looks like... Oh, we can get different, like, character builds and layouts, too, and we unlock them kind of Risk of Rain style by doing certain challenges. Okay, I dig it. What are these stats right here? So this character has 2 health. This character has, let's see here, 2 armor. Okay, so armor goes before health does. They have move, which is how far they can move to, and then they've got threat. The value enemy is used to evaluate target selection. So apparently we are massively the threat when compared to like all of our soldiers and everything, because our threat is 100 out here. I don't know exactly how the calculation's going to work, but the higher your threat is, the more likely you are to get attacked. So we have key, used by certain powerful leader weapons represented with orange borders. Okay. We got ammo. And then we've also got food. The amount of moves on the region map the party may take before they are forced to stop. Gotcha. And then we have Wado, which is the standard currency used in Heian, Japan to purchase most items. Sweet. Let's go. I'm excited about this. I really, really, really want to play. The world is ravaged by monsters. Takayasha the Witch, daughter of the traitor Taira no Masakado, has used dark sorcery to rekindle her father's failed rebellion. During the first uprising, Oyataro Mitsukuni, champion of Emperor Suzaku, was defeated by the Gashadokuro. I can say that word. A giant skeleton summoned by the witch. Having failed the emperor, Mitsukuni fled in cowardice as Takayasha raised an army of yokai and began her war. I know that. Yokai are like demons. I know that part. They're like evil spirits. While hiding in the island of Yakushima, south of Kyushu, Mitsukuni learns of a rumor. The severed head of Masakado the traitor on display in Heiankyo speaks. Who would know better how to defeat Takayasha than her own father? With a chance for redemption, Mitsukuni must make his way through Kyushu and beyond to the Imperial City in Kansai. Alright, let's go. So it looks to me as though... Why is that written in yellow? Like maybe we have like an objective or something over there? Can we move the map around at all? No. Okay, so this is like the entire map that we're playing with. So we can either go down to there or we can go up to here. Wonder what happens in cities. Let's go find out. The party spies a small temple down a path that branches from the main road. Eager for a rest, they proceed down the path. As they approach, they notice that the temple doors lie broken and twisted. The interior of the temple is dark. An eerie silence hangs in the air. Yeah, let's enter warily. Several bloody corpses are lying on the floor. They appear to be priests and clearly died some time ago. Beyond the bodies, a small collection of tightly wrapped scrolls lie upon a pedestal. Alright, let's look at the scrolls. The party gingerly opens the scrolls. Inside are various instructions and techniques used by the monks in their practices. Such texts could help the party better their own skills. Nice. After praying for the souls of the priests, Mitsukuni places the scrolls in his pack. And we continue on. Nice, dude. The party is awoken by faint tremors that are shaking the ground. The people of the small camp the party spent the night amongst are desperately packing their belongings and fleeing in boats and makeshift rafts. A thunderous crack fills the air and is accompanied by another tremor. Sakurajima is erupting. The sky fills with gray smoke, and glowing red magma churns beneath the billowing smoke columns. As the party looks on in astonishment, Mitsukuni spots a winged figure circling the smoke. No simple crow, he thinks. What nefarious creature has caused such devastation this time? Yeah, let's go and climb the volcano. Why not? This is an epic right now. If we're just gonna run away every time something epic happens, how is it gonna be a proper epic that is told throughout the eons by, like, dancing kabuki actors that do, like, the yo thing? Like, that's one of the most, I don't know why, I don't know what they're saying. I've seen kabuki before. I have no idea what they're saying, but it's the most hilarious thing I've ever watched. Like, just the facial expressions and the body movements are so perfect. The party climbs the mountain slope as best they can, frequently knocked to the ground by the quakes. After the long and arduous climb, they finally reach its peak. They stare into a crater bubbling with magma and spurting jets of lava dangerously close to where they stand. A sudden glint of metal from one of the jets catches Mitsukuni's eye. Something appears to have been ejected from the crater. Through the haze of the falling ash, Mitsukuni also spies the winged creature, a Daitengu, circling and swooping near a small desk, scrolls fluttering in the winds. Let's go to the metal object. Did Sakurajima cough up a sacred treasure from her molten depths? Mitsukuni hurries over to where it landed, staying on the far side of the crater's crest, and praying none of the spurting lava lands on his head. The risk is great, so perhaps the reward will be as well. Half running, half sliding, Mitsukuni scurries down the crater's edge and collects the object in his thick robes. Scrambling away from the edge, she finally comes to a place of respite and crouches down to examine the prize. Apparently it's a Nodachi. I can attack an enemy for 1 damage, and it applies knockback. I thought it was going to be like a magic sword or something. I'm kind of disappointed that it's mundane. Let's go this way. A group of Takiyasaha's yokai charge at the party. Well, let's do it. Alright, so here's our party. You guys fall back this way, and then kind of fall back, like, over here. Really what we want to do is we want to force these guys to arrive first, so we can take them out. Hopefully he's not within range of the Zambo. Okay, he's not. So we really got to decide what we want to do here. We can move him to there, and we can attack right there. And I think it's a really good idea to do so. I can move him to there. Does he hit for 2? Is that what he hits for? Let's find out. I'm going to put you right here. Yeah, he hits for 2. So we'll wipe out that enemy right there. And then that guy drops some Watto. So I'm going to get my, obviously I'm going to get my 3 buckaroonies real fast, because I deserve it. He's still got a lot of armor left, so I think we'll be okay. I love the music and I love the presentation. One thing I'd like to see is the animations, I think, could be cleaned up a little bit and made to be a little bit less choppy and, like, kind of waddly, I suppose. Nice. There we go. Alright, so another one has died. We've already moved everybody around, so we gotta wait a turn. Yeah, I'll just take the damage right there. So far, it seems like these guys are not that massive of a threat, so I'm not really that worried about it. Looks like we don't take attacks of opportunity or anything. So we'll move down to here. And then what I very much like... Oh, he's still going to come after you. Okay, well, you move up to there and give me that money. Because I got a feeling all these nickels and dimes are going to be useful at some point. And then we'll down the enemy and pick up his money. And I think that's game. The party is dispatched to the yokai. So we got some food. We got some ki. Okay. We got a little bit of ammunition. And then we've also picked up some scrolls, so that we can improve a unit's experience and level up. How do I do that, by the way? Yeah, I was going to say, there's got to be like a party menu around here somewhere. So it takes 3 scrolls to level someone up. Yeah. There you go. He's now level 2. What did he get out of being level 2? Did he get anything good? So it looks like out of being level 2, he got an extra armor, it appears to me, so he can soak hits a little bit better. Alright. I was hoping maybe his damage would go up ever so slightly, but I'm fine with it. I'm assuming that we're trying to outrun this corruption, or whatever it is that's like soaking into the soil right now. Let's go over here. The party passes a group of refugees fleeing a village. As Oyataro reaches out to touch one of the refugees on the shoulder, they form into a yokai, and the party prepares for battle. Oh yeah, it's one of those flaming head things, dude. I remember seeing those. God, what was the name of that game? So when I was a kid, I had a Turbo Graphics, and there was like a samurai spirit or like samurai ghost or something like that was the name of the game, and you played like this badass looking samurai, and it was a 2D side-scrolling game, and like I remember these from that game, like the flaming heads that would fly around. You guys group up. Basically, we're gonna corner as hard as we can. We're a little bit outnumbered right now. Alright, so let's corner. Yeah. We'll create kind of a little basin right here to pull them into. We'll start off with the flank, I think. And for once, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my damage. Oof, a lot of damage taken by the main character right there. I don't know if the further damage that we're going to take as the game goes along is going to persist. There goes another one. There we go. I don't know what that guy's going to do. I'm actually kind of curious. A Sogenbi. Dude, I'm like learning so many things right now about like artwork that I knew, like I've seen the flaming heads before, but I didn't know that they were called Sogenbi, you know what I mean? Like I'm learning things right now, and it makes me really, really happy because I'm actually like kind of into samurai stuff. I know I don't talk about it very much on the channel, but like Miyamoto Musashi is like one of my favorite things in the entire world. All right, I've watched like a million documentaries. Yeah, you come out of combat right there. Smack him. I want you guys to take over some of the damage. I don't want to take any permanent wounds for any of this if I can help it. Alright, they were good. Do we get the rest of those coins on the ground? Or is that not something that we get? Oh, cool, we got some more XP. Nice, we can level up another guy. Let's level up the main character and see what happens with him. It looks like he gets health and he gets some W. Oh, he gets another attack. That's what the W is. So we can have a Nodachi. So now we have the Nodachi, which is like a giant two-handed katana. Like a big old two-handed Sephiroth-looking katana, which is pretty sweet. I hope at some point we get a Naginata. That's my favorite Japanese weapon. It's kind of like... It's basically just a wakizashi on a stick. It's a spear. It's all one contiguous piece. But if you really want to condense what a naginata is, it's basically like a wakizashi on the end of a stick that you stab people with. It's pretty awesome. We've hit all these locations. Let's go up to here, maybe. Word of Oyataro travels has reached Takayasha the Witch. She sends forth her army, led by the Gasha Dokuro, to hunt Mitsukuni down. Mitsukuni struggles to stay one step ahead of Takayasha's army, terrified of facing the giant skeleton again. The party treks along a road that winds its way among rolling hills and spots a small caravan approaching from the other direction. The caravan comes into earshot, and Oyataro hears its members debating the contents and value of the cargo that they've acquired from abroad. Yeah, let's hail them. Mitsukuni flags down the caravan and inquires about their cargo. They excitedly regale the party with tales of their travels. The travelers show the party the latest fashion from Goryeo, scrolls outlining the new fighting techniques of the Wu dynasty in China, and some sutras of the Mahayana Buddhists. Okay. How much are the Wu scrolls? The fighters of Wu were renowned in China for their swiftness and prowess in battle. These scrolls are worth a hefty sum. Alright. I mean, it said scrolls plural, but I only got one scroll, so like, you know, I'm not sad. I'm just a little unwell. Nestled against the shore of a deep harbor, the party finds the fishing village of Nagasaki. It quickly becomes apparent that Takayashi's yokai have been here. Bodies both human and animal lie everywhere. Scores of dead fish carpet the docks, and the stench is incredible. So apparently Nagasaki didn't make it. Startled from his slumber, Mitsukuni awakes to see two tiny imp-like figures roughly the size of mice. Dancing and smiling, they help themselves to some of the party's rations of rice. They do not appear hostile. The small creatures feed on a bundle of rice, tiny voices squeaking at one another. Eventually, they snatch up the remains of the bundle, bow to the party, and disappear into the shadows. Mitsukuni smiles and settles down to his sleep. As the party awakes in the morning, Mitsukuni notices a woven straw bundle on the ground in front of him. Gingerly opening the pouch, he discovers coin within. Payment, it seems, from the tiny forms that fed last night. Nice. So we got $8, and then we also got some spirit. Let's go to Dazaifu, I guess. The party arrives at Dazaifu. The city is booming, and there are dozens of market stalls and storefronts packed with wares. Yeah, let's look. What kind of stuff is there around? Oh, I can get more guys? Nice. So who is this guy right here? Sohei. Yeah. Oh, I don't have $100. I was going to say I was going to get another ally. What does that do? So it protects an ally absorbing a hit from the enemy. Ooh, that's kind of good, though. I guess it depends if it uses up your turn or not. If it uses up your turn, it's good. If it doesn't use up your turn, it's... I'm sorry. If it uses up your turn, it's bad. If it doesn't use up your turn, it's good. Let's see here. Moving to a region on the map costs 0 food. Okay. I think I'd rather just get another ally. So we have Hiro Ibu. We also have Suezo Takayama, and we have Takeji Koguchi. Or Kaguchi. I can't tell if that's an A or an O. The text is a little bit small on some of this stuff right here. Oh, cool. You can rename them, too. That's nice. Some nice little customizability, like some customization available. I dig it. Okay. No, I don't want to rename him. I'm just going to close that down because I think we've spent all of our money anyways. Nice. So we pretty much just had to make it over to Chugoku. Alright. And that unlocked a, what is that, like a bow staff or something? I'm not really sure what that is. It looks like a quarterstaff. As the party winds through Chugoku, they discover a group of refugees who plead with Oyataro Mitsukuni to provide them with letters of safe conduct to enter Heiankyo. Mitsukuni responds with confusion. What's this about letters? Since when does one need permission to enter the Imperial City? Despondent, a refugee replies, don't you know, with the war ravaging the countryside, no one can enter the city without an imperial order. Mitsukuni's at a loss. Apologizing to the refugee, he muses aloud. If I recall correctly, there's a clerk nearby who once worked for Emperor Suzaku. Perhaps they could assist our journey. Alright, let's go. So we gotta make it over to the storyline spot over there. I'll probably just take a straight line. The party encounters a group of yokai, feeding on the remains of local villagers. Breaking away from their grim repast, the yokai charge the party. A Kijo, a skeleton swordsman. Oh, he's got armor and stuff. Oh, this is a tough fight. This is kind of like no joke. How far does she move? Okay. Alright, everybody down here. We're going to be cheese lords again. We're going to see if we can dogpile her first and foremost. So there's the armor gone. You go over to there. She's going to hit really hard, huh? Oh, she puts bleed on people. That feels bad. Dude, these yokai are no joke. We got to kill 2 of those? That was my entire turn, and she's still alive. I guess we still got armor, so we can hopefully soak. Have a party member suffer from bleed. Nice, so that's given us access to the Kama. I like it. You... kill that. You come up here. Attack the Skeletor. Attack the Skeletor. You fall back, if you can, and sort of draw out the ambush here. Otherwise, I think we might lose somebody. Yeah, that bleed's going to be problematic. Man, getting through that guy's armor is like, good lord. Yeah, we're losing units now, too. The nasty situation that we're forced to address here is that the bleed still goes off, even though your character has armor left. So even though the enemy hasn't dealt any damage to you physically, you still get hit with that bleed even if you have a full stack of armor on. And so that's actually a really, really powerful attack. That means that you don't have to shred somebody's armor before you can actually make them. You give them a 3-turn timer before they die, effectively. So that's actually turning out. That's going to reap all kinds of benefits for her. And just kind of running the math in my head right now, this fight is going to come a lot closer than I wanted it to come. And I think this might be the beginning of the spiral. What a nasty fight. I think that's it for us. Then again, the game is a roguelike. It tasks itself as like a roguelite. And so like an FTL-inspired kind of game. So assumption one can make is that you're probably supposed to lose at one point or another in order to unlock more stuff. But I'm very much infatuated with the game. It's got such a great art style that like you just want to play it more and like see more of the old sort of watercolor woodcut style art. For several days now, the party has heard of a local craftsman renowned in the region for his finely honed blades. Standing outside a lavishly appointed weapon shop, it seems clear that this must be the place. Yeah, let's talk to him. So apparently we can buy weapons right there. So we've got a Jingama, and we've got a Katana, and a Gunsen. AoE range, just targets damage by 1, give all friendly units a boost to damage for the remainder of the turn. That would be really, really nice. All my allies are dead, so I'm pretty sure that I'm going to die very, very shortly. Thinking of his family and wishing for even one swallow of cold sake, Oyataro pauses and smiles. The smile is shattered by the howls of an impending yokai attack. Oh no, these guys all have bows, dude. Ow! They have so much range. Alright. Go down swinging, champ. I believe in you. That's it. That's game. We got wiped out. But that's to be expected. The yokai pulls its blade free, and Oyataro collapses. As his sight begins to fade, he sees for a fleeting moment the sight of Takayasha cackling at his demise. I mean, we almost made it. Like, we did a pretty good job with the first part. I think I could have farmed a little heavier to get some more XP. But, like, how do you unlock these guys right here? Make 50 attacks with an ammo weapon. Defeat the Karura. Use 100 XP scrolls to be determined, and the rest of them haven't been implemented yet. That's an important point. This game is in early access right now. It's not complete. It's still in the process of being developed. However, I did not expect the first playthrough to be that long. I mean, it took us about 20 minutes to die on our first go. And so anyways, apparently the storm, what does the storm do? I bet the storm makes the yokai worse or something, right? We'll go down to Sakurajima. The party passes Sakurajima-san. It gurgles and emits a steady stream of steam skyward. In awe of the mountain, the party continues on. The party winds its way through the wilderness. Rounding a bend in the trail, they are startled by a small group of soldiers. You have entered the Shoen of Fujiwara no Moruji. You must turn back. Okay, let's explain our mission. We understand your mission. We too fight the yokai, but we cannot allow you to pass. Apparently we were blessed with good luck, though, when we found a new path, so that's okay. The party arrives at Shibushi. The city is booming. There are dozens of market stalls and storefronts packed with wares. Yeah, let's look. I mean, I doubt there's going to be anything that we can get our hands on here. We have a farmer who just has 3 HP. I don't know if I want to pick up a farmer just yet. Yeah, we'll buy some scrolls. That sounds good. I think a little bit of food would not be the worst plan either. Alright. Well, now that we've got the scrolls, we can take one of the party members and make them better. I think leveling these guys up and making them get an extra armor is kind of like paramount. I think leaving them with 2 armor last time is the reason why I was struggling with those fights on the next map. The party spends a few hours carefully traveling adjacent to a small but swift river, looking for a place to ford. Eventually, locating a safe crossing, the party sights a small ryokan at the edge of the tree line. Eager for a rest and a hot meal, they enter and are greeted warmly by the owner. Yeah, we'll pay for a modest meal. The party stays the night and feels rejuvenated by the meal and much needed rest. We got 2 health back, which we didn't need, but I wanted to see what the event would do for, like, future reference. Oyataro Mitsukuni daydreams about simpler times. The screams of Takayashi's yokai force a return to reality. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. We got this. All right, move over here. You guys group up. Just kind of form a line, and we'll see who gets to us first. All right, finish you off. Come down to here. Attack you. Perfect. That's what I was hoping would happen to that AI and that AI, as I was hoping they would split up. Go ahead and attack right there. And then attack right there. And then kite. Oop, that wasn't what I wanted at all. I wanted to move him. All right, well, we'll move him up to here. There we go. All better. I can fix this. I just got to make it so nobody loses any health is really what it comes down to. You go down to there. You go down to there. All right, attack him. And then we should be able to finish this off in no time. Perfect. We'll go ahead and get that money right there. Knock this dude out and grab the other monies, and we're good to go. Our first little victory. And we should get a couple of scrolls from that, hopefully. Yeah, 2 scrolls. Very nice. I don't really want to go through the storm. It seems like bad things will probably happen if I do. Skirting the remains of a burning village, you're charged by yokai. Okay, here we go. Dude, this beat is kind of fire right here. I'm not gonna lie. This music is kind of like hot and spicy. I like it. Really what we want is for these guys to get stuck and unable to fight us on fair ground. We want to force them to a choke point, really. This guy might get a little chewed on next turn. It sort of depends what they decide to do. And in fact, they decided to do what was pragmatic and intelligent. Okay, so let's go ahead and limit this to a single plane of combat. I'm gonna draw you back. We should still be good here. There we go, perfect. Alright. You go get the money. I never knew that money was called Watto. That's like a new thing that I learned here today. I literally had no idea that was what that was called. So I've learned all kinds of cool information. We got 3 scrolls from that one. Nice. That means we can take this dude up to level 3 too. Or level 2 as well. Get him his extra armor. And then we'll put the extra scrolls into, we'll put them into Oyataro. Alright. Well, my name is Splattercat. This game right here is called The Wind and the Wilting Blossom. A really, really cool game. If only for the art style. Like, the play is exactly what you've come to expect from, like, an FTL-inspired tactical strategy turn-based game. But I think what really stands this apart is the peerless effort to make every presentation of the game period accurate for the time period where the game is taking place. You know, like someone is telling an epic story while drawing it. I haven't really seen anything use an art style like this since probably, God, I don't know. There was that one game on the PS2, Mark of Cree, I guess, had kind of like a watercolor, almost calligraphy style to it, with the whole like scroll idea and whatnot. But that's about it. I'll see y'all later. Well, I guess there was others too, but I'd have to sit here and like go through. There's the one where you play as a little fox or whatever too that ran around. I forget the name of that one. But anyways, really, I really like the style of this game, and I can't wait to see. I can see myself dumping some hours into it. I'll see y'all later. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. How you doing? Take care, everybody. I'll have something hot and fresh for you tomorrow.